You're listening and tuning into
the station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music. Ethic Radio. Broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. Hello and welcome to Ethic Talk Radio on the hour here. I'm your host, AC Sino. And yes, we are broadcasting live here from Los Angeles, California. Now, I got a special guest, y'all, in the house. We got Kodak, Shawn here on Ethic Radio. Say what's up to the listeners out there, Kodak.
Hey, how you doing, man? How everybody doing?
So, yeah, man, you hold it down from the Midwest between Chi-Town and all, man. And you put out a live today on Facebook, man. And we pretty much want to get your perspective in regards to Sadaria Davis and the two other girls that came up missing. So I know the news has been like putting out their narrative of the situation. We want to get it from your perspective in regards to this situation, man. So we're going to give you the floor, man.
Okay. The biggest reason I had one live earlier is for my people to open their eyes, because it's a lot of theories going around and everybody making their own theories. And it's kind of like stirring up a lot of fraction and confusion and getting away from the big problem, what's going on here, as far as like the abductions of females and, you know, black women at that. So my biggest thing is I kind of was following the whole thing with Kanika's situation, how everybody else followed it. Yeah. But it seemed like since after Kanika passed away, it was a pattern. It's a pattern of women coming up missing, and especially on our south and west sides. And the situation with Sadaria and other young female, Nene, who came up missing, whose body was found, my biggest perspective on both of those, as far as the guy who's, you know, supposed to be responsible for it. Mm-hmm. I mean, in my eyes, you know, when you kind of sing last with someone, it kind of puts a big blame on you. And, you know, and me personally, my beliefs, and I respect everybody's word and, you know, how they feel about the situation. But my biggest thing going live earlier is because I believe it's like one big conspiracy theory. No one knows what's going on. But my biggest thing is this: by me being from Chicago, you know what I'm saying, growing up in these streets of Chicago, it really, like, you know, this never really happened before, like constantly. Yeah. And the biggest thing I wanted to put out there was, I feel like it's more than one person abducting these girls is going on. And as far as like, it's a crazy pattern and it's so sad. And me being from the streets of Chicago, you know, I'm not throwing out any racial things. I don't want nobody to say any racial things. I kind of defended my people on that because, okay, the guy Charles was the main suspect in those two. Yeah. But the other day, my girlfriend, which was yesterday, my girlfriend actually said a guy was taking a picture of her. And this is on the south side of Chicago. So those happen out west. That was my biggest thing from going live, you know, was because like it was 3 attempted abductions this week on the south side of Chicago. And I mean, in order for these to be happening and these people is officially abducting people, they're not doing no sloppy work. To me, it's kind of like premeditated. It's They really good at it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's one person doing all this, which I came to speak far as the Charles situation. Right. And I know I took a lot of criticism on it. Right. So my biggest thing was this, you know, if Charles is out west and it's happening out south, my thing is this: I think is this something going on citywide, and I can be wrong, you know, but my beliefs is my beliefs, and I strongly stand on my word, and I take responsibility as what I'm saying. Right. And I just want to open the eyes up for my people, because this is one thing. In order for a person to literally be found, organs taken out, and you know what I'm saying, fingers cut off with a young lady, it scares you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it has to be someone. It's a psychopath. It's a couple, you know what I'm saying? For the, you know, she was last seen with this guy. My biggest thing is this: like everybody's saying, she felt comfortable with him. You know, they felt comfortable with this guy. If I, you know, a female feel comfortable with me, just coming with me, it's no telling what she feel comfortable doing with me. And I'm not taking anything away from them young ladies and saying that their lifestyle was something it wasn't, because I didn't know them. Right. You know what I'm saying? But growing up in the streets of Chicago, we meet people off Facebook. We get up with them. You know, I have got up with a number of females, and whatever happened. This is my thing, though. I don't believe this young man is efficient enough to do this to these 4 females, efficient enough to do this in this area and just constantly doing, you know what I'm saying? Because you have attention on you, you know what I'm saying? For one, you being with two females who was found dead after they were kidnapped. So to me, it's a big, that thing kind of like sails in the back of my mind, like, okay, they linking this guy to this, but what explains these other women coming up missing? And yesterday, my aunt uploaded a Facebook status in which she was telling, like, you know, my cousin them chased off two white guys who was trying to abduct a toddler off of a porch. Now, this is my thing too. It's like I said, it's not a race thing, but I don't believe in the streets of Chicago. You know, people was found in lagoons, dead women, kids, guys. The thing is, see, in Chicago, it's a big thing with killing. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing with killing. You know, people shoot the wrong people. It happens sloppy. So by the efficiency of this, like, I want to get behind this and open up everybody's mind by saying, like, how was these girls lured in to where they were at the time of what went on? You know what I'm saying? How did no one hear them? You know, because, I mean, if a female is getting abducted against her will or someone's trying to grab her, you're going to hear hollering or something. You know what I'm saying? And this, and some people was abducted and reported missing. They were on their way to school, everything. You know what I'm saying? So for it to be morning time, I'm up in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to work as well as other people. So I feel like the thing is this, it's a pack going on. I feel like it's a one big conspiracy. And deep down in my beliefs, it's not a racial thing, but I don't feel like that young black guy could just constantly and efficiently do this if you're known, if you're still posting on Facebook, this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's perspective of it is different, but everybody's getting away from the big picture. It's not about, oh, he was seen last. Well, it is, but it's not really about that because you have other abductions took place before and after this. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like scary on the behalf of it. And what I was trying to explain on my live was actually, you know what I'm saying? These is young women. It's targeted as black women. Serial killers and people who, you know what I'm saying, serial killers have patterns. They, you know, and I studied on it, as I said on my live. I did something in high school containing to Jeffrey Dahmer, you know what I'm saying, and a few more serial killers. And their biggest thing was rhythm. They got off on routine and rhythm. You know what I'm saying? They had a routine how they lured the people up in there to feel comfortable with them, and then the devastating deaths afterwards, the places that they left them. You know what I'm saying? Abandoned buildings. So I mean, the thing is with Sadaria's murder, her fingers was cut off and her organs was removed. You know what I'm saying? And she was put in an abandoned building. I don't think a person can buy enough time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they called and said they spotted a body yesterday, which was the girl Nene's. I don't think somebody, you know what I'm saying, a young sloppy person will be able to just like efficiently kill these girls, put them in abandoned cribs. So everybody has to pay attention to these patterns. What lured these females, you know what I'm saying, made them comfortable, lured them in or whatever. I'm not saying the guy charged is innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. But my thing is this, what I strongly believe in Chicago is these abductions is one big conspiracy theory. Everybody has their own theory of it, trying to come up with their own explanation of it. And we can't. My biggest like pet peeve of it is I don't feel like it's one person out here doing this. And it's scary because you have that going on out west and this happens south. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't happen in neighborhoods like the Beverly neighborhood, which is a good neighborhood out south. It doesn't happen in Hyde Park, which is another good neighborhood out south. Out west, it doesn't happen in Oak Park, Maywood. You know what I'm saying? It's happening in the heart of the ghetto where we at. You know what I'm saying? And they targeting young black women. And it's scary because I have a sister, you know what I'm saying, two sisters, and I have a host of aunties, a mother, you know what I'm saying, cousins. And the thing is this, everybody's trying to get off what I say and playing a blame game or going on social media. Social media is a big stir up. Social media is a big, you know what I'm saying, mishap for everybody because the coverage on the news, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the news will try to find their way out because they're coming off sources. You know what I'm saying? They're coming off sources. We all coming off sources. We all coming off what we heard, what we believe. We're not going off what we think or what we heard because we weren't around. You know what I'm saying? And I stand strong on my word by saying this, as far as Chicago. I do believe it's a host of people. It can be Caucasian, it could be Mexican, it could be black. It may be mixed. But I feel like it's a group of people out here targeting black women. And as much as people might say it sound because Chicago's full of violence and we're known for shooting and drilling and killing, things like that don't go on here. But open your eyes to the bigger thing now. It's young black women getting targeted, even older women coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, 30-year-old women, 26-year-old women. You don't usually just come up missing. You know what I'm saying? Those are those type of cases when they come up missing was they're at a party or they left with a guy, something they were comfortable with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like if someone's going against their will and getting kidnapped, it has to be more than one person because you're driving a car. How could you just, you know what I'm saying, in this nick of time, abduct a person just by yourself, hop in a car and with no fight or no anything, you know what I'm saying? And as crazy as it sounds, the police here are corrupt. Everything here is corrupt and people don't pay attention to it because like we're killing each other. We're a dying breed here. The city dying. But it doesn't take my focus off what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my message to all the ladies out here is, you know, watch your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful who you're around. And at the same time, if you know you're in an unfamiliar place, anything, stay around population. Also watch their population, but, you know, stay on the phone with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Give FaceTime, video call, give a familiar background. And the biggest thing here and what I'm scared for my own, because I didn't even go to sleep last night thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't believe that it's just that young man who's to blame for all this. I believe it's a one big thing going on as far as, you know, like, honestly, I don't think it's a big, like, way, like, how I could put it, like, a black guy just running around abducting all these girls and all of a sudden five or four abductions is pinned on him because we have unsolved missing cases. And a Caucasian girl was abducted March 25th, which I don't see the coverage on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a race thing, but at the same time, when you have a pattern in serial killers and rapists and all that, they have a pattern and they have a certain type of people that they kill or they target.
Yeah.
And anybody knows or go do background research on serial killers and the mindset of people. You know, you have sick minds out here.
Yeah.
It's targeted black women. You know what I'm saying? So that's my right and my, you know what I'm saying? My right and anything else behind it, you know, as far as me saying what I'm saying, it comes along with it because I have the right to say I believe it's could be another race of people doing this or it's just targeting black women. But, you know, guys, it's people here sloppy with the killing. It's a lot of other shit going on. So, you know, I really do believe it's a pattern going on. It's a group of guys out abducting these women. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm from the streets of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I was gang banging. I hang with gang bangers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. But the thing is, when we link with a female, you know what I'm saying? We trying to do one thing and they're trying to do one thing. You know what I'm saying? So if you was comfortable with a guy and y'all got together, you probably knew the intentions of the guy or whatever. You probably didn't know the intentions. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, I promise you, I just feel like this is a big conspiracy theory. Something's going on in our city that no one's paying attention to. It just doesn't take place with women getting abducted or killed, kidnapped, or anything. It's the fact of it's all black women. You know what I'm saying? It's black women that's going on with. And a lot of people might criticize, oh, it's racist and this is a racist thing or whatever, a racist statement he's making. No, it's not about a racist statement because I went live a few weeks ago talking about the problem of us black and us being hypocrites to what we believe and what we, speak on. But no doubt in my mind, and no doubt that I feel like it's just something targeted with black women. You know what I'm saying? And my girlfriend's actually here right now. I'm not going to put on radio or whatever, but a white guy took a picture of her. And this is what I'm saying. I believe that, like, it's a lot of roads, blocks out here, like, meaning, like, it's a lot of messed up streets or whatever. And as a black guy, and as a coming from the streets, I can just say, like, okay, I'm really like, okay, if I'm a real, being in the gang or whatever, and I see like, okay, let me peep this out. They be on that block every day. It's people fixing those streets. I have a white van. That's an easy scapegoat or whatever. I feel like that these guys is targeting these women. You know what I'm saying? Watching their moves, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, for him to take a picture of it, it was really scary because she said, I turned around, he was taking a picture, but he didn't attempt to say nothing to me. Now, I believe some of these people that's doing this can be watching these females' actions. They could be watching them. They could target one area, see a female, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, listen, that's like any wild animal in the jungle. You're going to prey on your prey, right? You're going to sit there and you're going to prey on your prey. And I really believe that these women are being watched by somebody. Whoever may be doing it, they're being watched. It might not be particularly watching her every day, but they're watching this area. Might see a particular face, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that can be a potential victim, because we seeing her over here more. And a lot of people is really going off on this guy Charles about he was last seen with him. Like I said, I understand that. I'm not saying he didn't, and I'm not saying he did, because strongly in my eyes and my belief, I feel like it was really like he's to blame because you was last seen with him. But my message to everybody is open y'all eyes. I don't believe that black guys out here abducting these women. I believe it's a group of guys. You know what I'm saying? It could be a different race. And my thing is this: why would a young black guy that age? You know what I'm saying? You know, and going on in our city, it's not hard to find a female. You know what I'm saying? We out here living our lives. We living young. We one of the most reckless cities out here. You know what I'm saying?
Chi-town.
Females like bangers. Yep. Females like bangers. Females like guys with dreads, tattoos on their body. He could be likable to a lot of women. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could be likable to a lot of women. So my thing was, what would be his point? You never know what the next person going through or what they're thinking. But deep down, I believe that this guy is not abducting these women, and the media is trying to link these to him. Okay, there was in the West Garfield area, this, that, and the other. But what happens out south? I'm out south now. That's the real reason I spoke on it. I'm out south now, and the same shit happening. So I can't believe that guy is just traveling through this city like that, known by everybody. Because like I said, if I see anybody getting abducted, man, excuse my language on radio.
No, it's okay, radio, man. Speak your mind. You can be uncensored all you want.
I will fuck somebody up. I see them trying to take advantage of a woman and a kid. Period. I'll fuck somebody up. I'll risk my life for. You know what I'm saying? So if I see that guy and you on alert, we gangbangers out here. We care about shit like that out here. We care about women getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Kids getting hurt. We care about that type of shit, especially about especially about like pedophiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? We feel some type of way about that. So hell yeah, that'll be a reason we get together and slaughter you. But this is my thing too, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that it's just this guy doing all of this. I really don't.
Because it's been circulating all through social media about Charles deleted his Facebook and all. We touched on it too. So that's why we wanted to get you here on Ethic Radio to get your perspective of it in regards to Charles, because he's in the spotlight in regards to these girls coming up missing. You know what I mean? That's why we was like, okay, we want to get you on here so you can clear the air of what's really going down out there, because it's like the news would put out things from their own perspective, but don't even have the full story, the full rundown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they don't. And like I said, my perspective on it, man, as crazy as it sounds to others and all that, sometimes the things that sound so crazy makes most sense. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Because it's a fucked up world we living in. So things are kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a strong man to speak how they feel, and it takes a unique man to understand different things from different standpoints. And that's what everybody's not doing. Everybody's so focused on Charles. But I'm focusing on these other attempted abductions and abductions out south. What can we answer about that? You know what I'm saying? What could you say? Oh, Charles came all the way out here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't really believe that he's linked to all of these women. You know what I'm saying? You was last seen with Sadari or whatever, and they say messages prove it. I don't really know, because I didn't try to at least like touch that part of the situation, because I'm just thinking of the bigger picture, like how these women are becoming abducted by these, you know what I'm saying, by guys or whatever, or by this one guy. And my biggest perspective on it, and I truly feel that Chicago is really being attacked by serial rapists and serial killers, because I mean, and it's crazy because maybe it was somebody they knew. You could say that because, okay, the killing part about it, but it's people that's coming up missing that wasn't found here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a big thing too. That makes you think outside the box. Like, okay, why was these two bodies all of a sudden discovered and found? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the crazy part about it was Sadaria, her being missing and coming up missing and being found wasn't broadcasted on the news until a couple days after that. You know what I'm saying? I had friends on Facebook who was sharing the link and was like, okay, that's linked to, they shared the link, was like, why this ain't being broadcast, this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of makes you think, like, why haven't it been? But I wouldn't even lie to you, man. I won't even put it past the police out here. Like, a lot of shit go on, and like I said, as crazy as things sound, they be under, you can understand from a certain standpoint, because how is he officially getting away with this? They doing it at an efficient rate and at a fast pace, because it's like happening every day in the same type of areas. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you think, like, why this area ain't under some type of coverage or surveillance or whatever, you know what I'm saying, under the police type of, you know, why is this not on the radar? You know what I'm saying? It makes a person think like, what the hell going on out here, man? And my biggest thing and what scares me is it's black women being targeted. So I think it's a race thing. I do think it's that. I don't think it's far as like, I'm gonna just say, oh, a white man. I think it's a race thing far as the victims are the race. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard not to ignore that. It's all black women, you know what I'm saying, coming up missing from 15 to 40 years of age that I did my research on. From 15 to 40 years of age, because it's common, teenager, then it jumps to 25, 26-year-old, jumps to 30, 40-something-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? People just don't come up missing out here, man. It's Chicago, man. Everybody know everybody out here. You know what I'm saying? People don't come up missing out, and it's scary because, like, who nobody's seeing, nobody hearing anything, and then when they finally do hit coverage, everybody's trying to put things together, and that's our biggest problem here in Chicago. And as all as one, the youth, the older generation, as everybody try to make out what they think it is, instead of trying to put together the actual evidence and facts that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because evidence lies in our face. We might not know it right now. For me, I take out this like, man, we're all black women, and then they doing it at an efficient rate. Nobody's being caught like they done it before, like it was done before. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the guy charged by him inboxing other people. If you did do anything, you sloppy because you talking to people on Facebook. You kind of like, you know, you hyping this shit. This is that though. I don't think the skill set of just a random black guy who's finna just rape a girl and chop their fingers off and cut them. What is the motive of you chopping their fingers, cutting their organs out? And I did, and then I didn't want to like always keep bringing it up because Kanika's mom, you know, people grieve with things, and sometimes you have to let things like play out and let people like, you know, get stronger about it. But it goes back to the Kanika thing. Nobody
break it down to us about it from your perspective of Kanika Jenkins.
My perspective of Kanika Jenkins, there's not no doubt in my mind that somebody in that hotel murdered her. I don't think it was any one of her friends. I don't think they played a part in it because, like I said, we teenagers, we partying, we off ecstasy and all that. We off drinks and all that. That shit scare you when your friend come up missing. You know what I'm saying? And Kanika is loved by everybody in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Loved by everybody. Motherfuckers, we would protect her before anybody harm her. You know what I'm saying? So this is my thing here. Like, when that happened with Kanika, you didn't know what to think. And then it's so crazy because it's happening right under our nose. You know what I'm saying? It's happening right under our nose. They get away with it. You know, there's no evidence to say somebody murdered her or anything, but it's really probable cause to investigate on perhaps of a murder. I don't think it was accidental death. I really believe somebody murdered Kanika Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? Inside of that hotel. And then it goes back to show you like every year, okay, cops shoot people, you know what I'm saying? It happens nationwide. It's been taking a lot of things, a lot of death patterns been taking place in Chicago. Kids getting shot this year. People, you know what I'm saying, car accidents, this and other, police killing people. But like, okay, that's kind of like something that can happen anywhere. But women being abducted at a high rate right now, I don't think that's just a coincidence that it's just happening in Chicago now. No, I don't think it's a coincidence that it's happening out west and happening out south. No, I think what's happening out west and the same thing out south is linked to each other because my auntie said she seen 2 white guys. My girlfriend said she seen 1 white guy. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is evidence. Like I said, you taking it for you to take a picture of a person. You know what I'm saying? What do you have pictures for? I think they target women. You know what I'm saying? That's vulnerable. They could be targeting certain women, but it's really the black younger women. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no doubt in my mind that it's not a coincidence, man. It's not a coincidence. I'm speaking facts here, bro. It's not a coincidence what's going on in our neighborhood. It ain't. It's not a coincidence. I really believe it's more than one person linked to this, and it's happening. And somebody know what the hell going on. Whether it's law enforcement, a higher power, somebody know what's going on because it's not enough investigation, not enough coverage on it because it's Chicago. You know what I'm saying? No, this is okay. Our murder rate and us killing each other, as far as shooting at each other, doing this and that and the other. That's something we have to deal with in here because that shit starts with us. You see what I'm saying? But when it started, like people getting kidnapped, that scared the fuck out of me, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of a damn thing, but that scared the fuck out of me because, man, what the hell going on out here? You know what I'm saying?
And that can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? To anyone.
And we used to kids getting snatched up. You know what I'm saying? You used to hear about kids getting abducted, people because they're vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one snatch a kid up, trick a kid into coming with them, but like a grown ass woman, man, you know what I'm saying? And then certain women, how they was and how people describe they was, you would think these would be type of women that fight back or at least try to like resist what's going on. I don't think that this is just a coincidence, man. Something's going on here. It's a big conspiracy theory. Everything that's happening is linked to each other right now. And it goes back to the Kanika case. Like, okay, it started with Kanika Jenkins. That really put on the nationwide coverage. I mean, that story had never died. You know what I'm saying? Because we still don't know what's going on. But for it to start happening repeatedly and happening to the point where people's getting snatched off the streets, it's kind of like, I think these people are as efficient with it. They're skilled at it. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they pick these areas. You know what I'm saying? And they prey on these women, man. I won't even put it past that they sit on these blocks and cars, vans, anything, and sit here and, you know what I'm saying, learn the area, see females or whatever. Like, honestly though, man, because like I said, everybody was saying this thing about Charles and those two women, and God, you know what I'm saying, bless their families and cover their families. You know what I'm saying? God rest, you know, the rest in peace to those young women. But at the same time, I don't think Charles is going to be all the way over here near the 80s and the 90s, the hundreds out west. I mean, out South Chicago. I just don't think that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that, man. Period.
Right.
In the last couple weeks, females coming up missing 4 out. You know what I'm saying? 3 to 4 out west, and then attempted abductions out here. So it's not, like I said, it has something to do with the atmosphere, the environment. It's young black women, and then these are the heart of the ghetto out here, Inglewood, and you know what I'm saying, the out west, the heart of the soul of everything that's going on. You don't see it happening in Beverly and type of suburban neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I feel like it's a conspiracy under it, because, like, okay, the thing is with us black people, we don't know how to stick together when shit really matters. You know what I'm saying? And me being a African American guy, I feel very comfortable and proudly saying that, because it's the truth. Nobody feels comfortable really, you know what I'm saying, speaking on how they feel or what's really going on, because everybody's so busy ranting and raving about what's on Facebook and what they believe, instead of paying attention to the you know, the big picture. And that's why my live video kind of startled a lot of people, because nobody really paid attention to what you know what I'm saying, what really going on. Like I said, it's Chicago, it's out west Chicago, and it's out south Chicago, and the same thing is happening. It's happening repeatedly. Like, they're trying, and this was 3 days in a row where it was reports of attempted abductions or missing people. You know what I'm saying? So if that's in the same area and happening around the same time, like, these people, whoever doing it, relentless. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be a cover up. They have to feel comfortable getting away with it. Too comfortable to kidnap a person. You know what I'm saying? Not being seen, not being heard. Why haven't nobody been seen to heard? That's the biggest thing with me. Like, I mean, you will hear somebody holler, like I said, some shit was happening. Some of these happening, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's bad business right there, man. It's a tough situation. And this is why, like I said before, that we got to know it from the point of view from the people that's from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always believe what you see that's on the news. You can't believe what you read. You only can believe it from the people that's out there.
Yeah, period.
I mean, it's been one thing to another. A lot of these murders going on. I mean, Zack got murdered. You know what I'm saying? And then here it is, these girls coming up missing. It's like everything's happening from one thing to another.
And I promise you, it really is. And everybody's speaking on this Charles guy. I really ain't too much like get info on that or following to the Charles guy or the live and that, you know, everything. But I feel like this, it becomes a big commotion, a big frenzy, and a big throw off when everybody gets on Facebook and say, oh, we think this person and this, that, and the other happened, you know what I'm saying, instead of reaching out to law enforcement. Because like I said, hey, it's nothing wrong with reaching out to law enforcement when it got something to do with somebody's mama or daughter being kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't a snitch if you shoot a nigga or the nigga shoot you. That's cool too. That's some street shit. But we dealing with life right now. We dealing with something really big. You know what I'm saying? Something scary. This shit ain't never hit Chicago. We used to walk on our dead bodies shooting early in the morning. We not used to nobody riding around snatching these young women up, kidnapping them, raping them, or whatever they may be doing. But I know they're ending up dying dead. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing here. Okay, you females get raped and all that, or whatever. I had people on my live saying it could be sex trafficking or whatever, but I strongly disagree with that sex trafficking because of the simple fact of sex trafficking, you would never hear about them again. You won't hear about them being found. You see what I'm saying? They're being found dead.
Mm-hmm.
Body parts cut up. You know, that shit is scary. And everybody ran the raving, oh, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to hold off on that far as the out west. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to overlook those young ladies or whatever. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm talking about South now. Charles is not South. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And two females said the same thing. They seen white people. And my aunt said the same thing about out west. So if you seen white people or a white man doing this, you know what I'm saying? That could be a thing too, yo. This is, like I said, this is a serious case of serial killers and rapists, you know what I'm saying? And they're kidnapping women and finding them in abandoned places, you know what I'm saying? Abandoned buildings and all this. So it's not just a coincidence like, it's popping up dead, whatever. A coincidence is this, okay, it's a coincidence somebody got shot. It happens every day in Chicago. It's nothing new. This shit been going on for 5-6 years deeply, you know what I'm saying? Roughly. I don't think it's just that. I really believe in the fact of it's a big conspiracy. Something's going on,
I wanted
to
ask you something too. J Money, Kanika's uncle. Give us your take about that in regards to the situation. I know you remember that about what happened to J Money, right?
His death or whatever.
Yeah.
I promise you, I really can't say if it's linked to Kanika or whatever or anything, because of the simple fact of you had a lot of people speaking on, like, far as that, like, activists or whatever. It was so much that only we can do, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that man did anything to actually, you know what I'm saying, get himself harmed as far as the Kanika thing. I don't really too much know about his death and how it occurred or what was the, you know, details about it, but I don't think it's linked to Kanika, you know what I'm saying? And I had a friend, I got a close friend of mine who was there that night that said she strongly believed they was in the next room plotting. It probably wouldn't have been on Kanika, just plotting on Kanika. They was plotting on anybody, you know what I'm saying? And I strongly believe that, because that's what I think out here happening. It's not just, okay, I see this light-skinned girl every day. No, they're targeting young black women, period. It's just period. They're targeting area. But the women are in these areas. It's not just, okay, this certain woman, you know what I'm saying? And like I told my girl, like, okay, you know, you say he took a picture of you, he didn't try anything, you got to watch out for that now, you know what I'm saying? Because someone that you don't even know, probably ain't even catch his face all the way, knows how you look, you know what I'm saying? They might switch cars or anything. You don't never know how to think out here, but that shit's deep and it's real out here. And in order for you to, like, really be alert, you have to think all type of ways, any kind of way you have to think. You really have to think on it, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people is trying to, like, they throwing it off. And the thing is here, when things happen here, everybody be so for sure this and that other. You can't believe your first source or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have to get details behind it. So I set up, you know, all night, and I thought, like, you know, maybe the guy Charles Killer did it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, why would it happens out here, you know what I'm saying, if he's been spotted out west, you know what I'm saying? People saying they seen him and they're talking to him on Facebook. That makes you scratch your head like, okay, what the fuck is going on now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell going on? It's happening out here now, and it's happening at a high rate. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it's like it's these last couple of weeks, a lot of people been coming up missing. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Missing and shot and killed too. Missing and shot and killed. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Just like with Zack, man, that was a shocking situation too when he got shot in downtown, man.
Yeah, and that's what my life actually had started from with the Zack situation. That was actually crazy because I have friends who, you know what I'm saying, who rap or whatever, who spoke with Zack. You know, people from the Kanika thing. He reached out to people in our neighborhood. They spoke with him. You know what I'm saying? And he was getting down to details. He was just doing exactly what you're doing, making me feel comfortable talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Getting it from our point of view. It's not just the news coverage of how they make us look. Getting it from somebody who's been in these streets, who's been living out here, who's been, you know what I'm saying, going through this. It really makes you think that, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I could say, like, far as the Zack situation, by the video, I really believe it could have been inside, whatever, with him, because I don't know, and this is the thing where I went live about our people, like, oh, it was Zack, and it was sad. It's sad what happened to him, but, I mean, why was Zack targeted? That's a thing, too, that you ask yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why was he targeted? So that's my biggest question. Why was he targeted? You know what I'm saying? What would Zack do for somebody that hurt him? Because it's like a cool catch. You know what I'm saying? Seems like a cool catch. He interviewed people, made him, you know what I'm saying? He gave people opportunities to speak, man. You know what I'm saying? By him having a fan base and a platform he had, he gave other people to speak, a chance to speak. that's respected, always respected in my book. That's always respected because people sometimes, especially here, it's a popularity thing. It's a how that next person feels, or how you look after this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? How you what you look, people look at you after this. Some people don't want to speak their mind here, man, because they feel like it ain't gonna change anything. I strongly believe my voice can change things, and I ain't promoting myself. Just believe my voice can change shit because I see it, and I'm just randomly seeing. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually like looking into this. I'm not gonna go on Facebook ratting about it, this, that, other. I'm actually looking into it because you can't always jump to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody jumps to conclusions and it got charged about that, and it happened out here. So what can we say now? That's a big question mark. You see what I'm saying? It's a big question mark. Okay, that's supposed to happen. He supposed to have been the prime suspect in that, but out here, what's going on? And then if he's in custody and this constantly happens, it really makes people more scared because, like, damn, we sat there and all our attention was on that, and we were just for sure about that. But under our nose, something going on. I don't even know what's going on, man. But deep down in my heart, and I'm scared for all my people, I believe it's something going on as far as black women being targeted in these certain type of neighborhoods, man. Period. The coincidence is all black women from these age ranges, and then it's in the heart of the ghetto or the heart of the most fucked up neighborhood in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ondale area, all that. Like people just a couple years ago, people just weren't coming up missing, man. Come on now. We like I said, we party hard here. We be out to 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Going in at that time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody never came up missing. You probably took this girl home with you and this, that, and the other, but like all of a sudden, like women coming up missing and found dead, that shit make you think. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit you see on TV or in another state or back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a case of a serial killers out here as far as like kidnapping these women and doing something to them because, like I said, serial killers have their own reasons and they have their own patterns and rhythm and routine of how they kill these women. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, bro. I know what you're saying. Man.
So that shit is deeper than what we think. It's deeper than what everybody's trying to make it seem. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to stop if everybody just keeps sitting there. Oh, it's that other focus on these attempted abductions too. I'm not saying don't focus on them young ladies' lives being took. Focus on that's the biggest focus because they were found dead. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing here. Somebody else they attempted to do the same thing to somebody else with multiple people. You see what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So you looking at like, okay, they're gone. We focusing on that. Now it happens to multiple other people. Now what you thinking? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's as far as ways from where I'm at to out west. You know what I'm saying? It's a far ways, a nice little ways. But this is the thing here. Why was it happening in these type of neighborhoods? And that guy can't just be moving back and forth like this. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. Because say one thing about Facebook, I have people from out of town on my page, out of other countries on my page due to my lives. You know what I'm saying? Following me, joining my lives, sharing my lives. So it's really like, you know what I'm saying? It's really a fucked up thing. It's scary. It's confusing. It's deeper than what you think. And these women's lives been taken. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like people coming up missing, coming home a few days later. Because when we used to think somebody was missing, they was somewhere probably with their guy, someone answering their phone. You know what I'm saying? You tell your people like, man, answer your phone, all this. Now, when people coming up missing, people, the mama's on TV crying. They got 50% of them saying, okay, she's going to be all right because that's what you want to believe. But the other 50% like, man, I know something wrong with my baby because you don't disappear. You know what I'm saying? And that's my biggest thing. Like, you don't just disappear, man. Nobody's just out here just disappearing, man. I fail to believe it.
Right.
Nobody's out here just disappearing,
because
man.
like they mentioned something about someone was found in a garbage can, something like that. They mentioned this last night. I haven't like looked into it because they never mentioned who it was. They know it was a girl, but they don't know who was the person they found dead yesterday in Chicago.
I was told on Facebook because I comment on a couple people's statuses and I was seeing it supposed to have been a girl, Nene. And that's the crazy part about it because they reported her missing about a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? A couple weeks ago, doing the Sadaria thing down. She ends up in a abandoned building dead. And that makes you think like all of a sudden after Sadaria death, what the hell? Why, you know what I'm saying? Now this young lady ended up dead. And a lot of people talking, they believe that Nene was dead because of the Sadaria situation. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's why I believe it's a pattern going on and it's a case of somebody out here snatching these women, raping them and killing them, man. Because listen, now Sadaria gets found killed in an abandoned crib. Now we're thinking now, okay, the girl Nene, okay, when they found a body, oh my God, I seen people live. Oh my God, it could be Nene, it could be Nene. And then I heard people hollering that it was her. You know what I'm saying? That shit is so scary because like okay, a girl come up missing months ago and this and that, she be found. Okay, you know, it just doesn't happen like, okay, now this other girl gets something come up missing. Now she's found right after that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because there are two abandoned cribs. There are two young black females. You know what I'm saying? They say they were linked to the same guy, but in my beliefs, I promise you, man, I think it's a thing going on and around that certain thing going on around the community in that area, and the fact of the motive of these people actually, you know what I'm saying? The motive of these people actually doing something to these females. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I really think it is. I really think it is. I really think it's that's the motive. Like it's a motive going on, like far as that, and it won't be nothing personal to these women. It could just be like they're targeting young black women. You know what I'm saying? These neighborhoods because they feel like, we don't have much sense. We get distracted easy. We get thrown off easy. Media coverage is not out here because like this is Chicago. All type of shit happen here. I don't overlook nothing that happens here, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't overlook nothing that happens here because like nobody expected that Kanika situation. Nobody expected that situation if it was anybody else in it. You know what I'm saying? But the Kanika situation, we didn't expect that. They go to the hotel party. That shit you see on movies, man. That don't happen in real life. You know what I'm saying? It does, but it don't happen like that. It doesn't. You see what I'm saying? And it's really deep and it scares you. And I was really fucked up about the Kanika situation because I have cousins who party and all that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot, like I said, it goes to show you everybody put on this type of front, like like I was saying, everybody put on a type of front, far as on the media, social media, and the news. Oh, her friends, this and that, and the other about her friends. That you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just her friends had something to do with her being missing. No, I don't. Just like I deeply don't believe that this guy's linked to all these women disappearing. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it happens like that, man. In my beliefs, you know what I'm saying? And I spoke on the situation because I'm scared for these women. I'm scared, period. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even sleep. I got 2 sons. You know what I'm saying? Whether they little boys or not, you don't know what the fuck going on. How I have, you know what I'm saying, a mama goes to work. Like I tell my mom, you get up every morning at 4 in the morning to go to work. I actually come with her because I tell her, you could be waiting on your Lyft or your Uber, but you never know who's watching you. You never know who's out. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be watching you every day in an attempt to do something. So you got to worry about being watched. And then on top of that, who's watching you, what's going on. Then it happens over here. Then after this area gets under fire over, it happens somewhere else. No, it's just not a coincidence, man. Yeah. People have to wake up, man. People have to wake up, man, for real. And we losing women out here. We not losing men. We losing women out here, man. This is a whole nother case, a whole nother different scenario. You losing women out here. These women, you know what I'm saying? They out here dying, man. They out here losing their lives. And this shit is so crazy. It's sad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's real sad. It's real sad.
I strongly don't believe this guy charged is linked to all these 6 or 7 other people that's missing out here or who was missing these past couple months. I don't. It's a pattern of shit going on. It's a pattern, man. It's happening whether it's months apart, weeks apart. It's happening. And it's happening at a high rate now because it's happening back to back to back. And people are getting found dead.
Back to
Women
back.
are getting found dead.
And it's sad, man, because it can be anybody's daughter, anybody's mother.
Anybody's daughter. Mother, then it's a 15-year-old girl. And you have people being having criticism about the fact of how these people were living or how they know this guy or whatever. Like I said, I strongly believe that this shit has been going on before the Sadaria thing, you know what I'm saying, and the Nene thing. People been found missing, but the thing is they're being found killed now. And it's like similar deaths, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's similar deaths. Their bodies being slaughtered and their bodies being found in abandoned buildings, garbage cans and all, you know what I'm saying? So it's really like, damn, okay, 2 of the same. That's not a coincidence. Like I said, a nigga get shot out there, man. Okay, cool. It happens. He was gangbanging. Not know just young women getting raped at a high rate and just all ages. You know, it's not a coincidence. No, I don't think these women was targeted personally. I don't think they had any enemies. I really don't believe that no enemies put no one to rape and kill them. I don't believe that they were, like I said, like personally targeted. I think it's the certain area that's going on around. These women were at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's my beliefs. Anybody else can believe what they want to believe. They could be criticized and how it could look, you know, or whatever, have some type of criticism of what I'm saying. But I'm just speaking facts and I'm speaking for the people and through the people and for myself. Because I have, like I said, I have siblings and I have cousins and I have a lot of females around me. So it touches me deeply because they go to work. They're doing all this. I can't be around them 24/7. You know what I'm saying? To protect them.
Right.
All I can do is give my intake and give how I feel about the situation.
Yeah.
And that's And that's all I have to offer to them, because I can't offer myself to be around them 24/7. You see what I'm saying?
And it's sad though, man. I was talking with my god sister about that. She has like a GPS on her cell phone, on her kids, even on her husband, just so she can make sure when they move, when they leave or do anything, she be notified, having that GPS to track where they at. So just in case if something happens to them, they know where they at when it happens. You know what I mean? They have apps out there where you can put their numbers into this app. T-Mobile has it. Phone companies are starting to have these GPS tracking devices onto their cell phones. I think that would be more of a safe thing and a safe way to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really do agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? This is a thing too. A young lady had, was actually nearly abducted, not too far from my house, about 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? They spoke about it. She spoke about it on the news. I just sent the link last night. She said, you know, she turned around, a guy was following her, you know what I'm saying, in the car, saying something to her. By the way she explained it, somebody grabbed her quickly. She turned back around and she was grabbed and was forced into this car. This is my thing too. How are you on your way to school? And like I said, school, police supposed to be patrolling these schools in these areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for these people to be this brave enough to do this and this efficient, I believe it's more than one person doing it, and I believe it's some type of sick ass shit going on, sick ass theory going on behind all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's at a high rate now, and it's efficiently. It's not like they're sloppy leaving them. No, they're killing females. You know what I'm saying? Like kidnapping them. For one, kidnapping them will be a hard part, because, like I said, what person in there right now who don't want to go against their will not going to fight? I'd rather die fighting than just let anybody take me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was nobody hearing this? How nobody seeing this? Like, you know what I'm saying? For these to be in these type of neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it's crazy because it's happening where all the violence happening. You barely see people outside on the streets of Chicago because of the violence, the crime, you know, high crime rate. You don't want to get caught out here lacking at, you know what I'm saying, or be somewhere at the wrong time, you know what I'm saying? But I still believe, like, if this girl was down there abducted in the morning, how only she could be able to tell her story. How was it no witnesses? You know what I'm saying? Was anybody watching her prior to the week of her going to school, or watching girls, period? Any little thing, like I said, I tell my cousin this, the route that you take, don't always take that. I was taught to, you know, like, don't go the way that I came. You know what I'm saying? Because of it, especially if I'm into something. That's my biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm honored to be on here today and speak on it, because, like I said, everybody open their eyes. This is my point of view. Maybe I might be right, maybe I might be wrong, but facts itself speaking in my favor, because it's not a coincidence.
That's real talk, man. I totally respect that, man. And you're very welcome too. And I greatly appreciate you for being here on Ethic Talk Radio to have a discussion with me from your point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we outside looking in regards to this situation, in regards to these babies coming up missing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it, man.
And being from Chicago, people are more who here for more understand how things go here. This is like something new to us. Like, people's coming up missing, raped, and killed. You know, we like, man, this shit didn't happen a couple years ago. We used to coming out with pistols, worrying about a nigga running up on you. We're not worrying about sending out little sister to school, and you know what I'm saying? You 15, 16. You know, your mama send you to school, like, okay, you old enough to be with your friends, go to school and all that. It's not like it's toddlers, it's actually teenagers into older women being targeted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes you think, honestly.
What is your message to the people out there, man?
My message to all my people, period, whether it's guys or females, my message to the women is just, you know what I'm saying? Be very mindful who you're around, your surroundings. If you can, get to the population. Get around more women, you know what I'm saying? Like, health is not always health. If you notice this person acting this way, or you know there's a connection to this person who's riding past looking, or somebody across the street standing, it could be linked. They could be working together. Y'all standing at these bus stops, going to a store, a gas station or somewhere, or to a bus can come up, no track of buses. Another thing, as far as the guys, you know what I'm saying? Wrap your hands around your ladies, your little sisters, your daughters, you know what I'm saying? And protect them, man, because we losing them out here. And it's crazy because these are women, you know. And my biggest message to people, just open your eyes, man. Everything that y'all think's not going on could be actually happening out here. Yeah. Take time outside of the box and think about what's going on. And my biggest message is everybody just stick together. And, like, seriously, all the sources you all have, every little thing, everybody, whether it's the law enforcement's not using it, come together as a community, you know what I'm saying? Because, listen, hey, it's guns out here in the streets of Chicago, I ain't gonna lie, but at the same time, shit, we use them on each other. Why not use them on a predator? Those people sick, those predators, man. Those are predators.
Yeah.
Those are predators. See, we kill out here because we have to. I just randomly don't kill no women and no kids, raping nobody. No, like honestly though, my age range, my generation, we party, we fuck with different females, we do what we do. That's the generation, that's the lifestyle.
Right.
My biggest thing is everybody just stick together, and for these women, just like literally, if y'all have to be on FaceTime, show where y'all at, a familiar area, show a person that you really trust, that you're talking to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who can get you help if you feel like you're under attack or feel like somebody's watching you or you're in danger. Be on the phone, give out specific details, you know what I'm saying? Try to stay on the phone, try to like let people on the phone that you're on the phone with hear things in the background, see things in the background, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like I said, stick together. If y'all at bus stops, if it's late, you get out work, this and other, go into a store or something, wait where people can see you. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a chance to get away or have a chance to not be a victim of the shit. You know what I'm saying? And basically the biggest message to my people is open your eyes, man, because it's not just a coincidence. We under attack by, in my eyes, we're under attack by serial killers and rapists. Yeah. Multiple. And it's happening at a high and efficient rate. That's what makes me think people working together is something that's going on that we don't really could put our finger on right now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's something happening because, like, okay, if I'm hot from going to this hood or I'm hot from shooting somebody, I'm not going to go back around the area, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not going to go back around the area. You know what I'm saying? So for you all to be going to these areas and shit's happening, it has to be something that somebody knows, a higher power knows. Just for these women to be coming up missing, man. Don't nobody just come up missing. And yeah, I heard families speak. Families know their people more than anybody. You know, people just not going to come up missing. Somebody would have talked to them, a best friend, anything. Right. You know your best friend, you know your little sister, you know your mom, you know your daughter, you know that they're calling contact, you know it's certain things that they don't do that's shaky and iffy to you. So go off of that too, you know what I'm saying? Go off of that, like, okay, I know her routine, I know what was going on, you know what I'm saying? And like I said to everybody, be mindful of who around you, who's watching, because now everybody's under attack. Everybody is in harm's way. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can happen to anybody, but I fail to believe it's just taking place to young black women. You know what I'm saying? So that thing is there. Like I said, anybody feel any kind of way, feel free to say how you feel because it's a freedom of speech. It's not a racist thing, but on being a target and all the motives, there's similarities because it's all black women and they're coming up missing and dead weeks later. You know, that's my biggest thing as far as like my message to them, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy, you know, it's real fucked up out here. It's very fucked up. And another thing, we don't know what the victims are into, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what the victims are into. We don't know if they, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like too much like somebody been victimized, no matter what you was doing, who you was with at the wrong time, what's your personal life, don't nobody deserve to be raped, you know what I'm saying? But we should, a thing too, if the families know that these people was kind of into something that is kind of like risky or not good for them, mm-hmm. Speak on that too, because there can be leads, there could be traces to find these predators, you know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Could be traces to find them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I know my brother out here, he was doing this and that, I have to speak on that because maybe I can lead to what he was out here doing and who did anything to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These streets or a sister or anything. So you have to like go back and find out what's up with your people or whatever. You know, I think that's the biggest thing with us. So
I feel you on that. Well, it was good to have you on here, Kodak, here on Ethic Talk Radio, man. We greatly appreciate everything, man. And to the listeners out there, if y'all missed the program, follow us on the Mixcloud app, y'all. Our goal here is to bring awareness to this situation. Something's got to give, y'all. And that's real talk. For you to be on here, Kodak, man, you breaking down everything from a street perspective. We greatly appreciate that, bro. Round of applause to you, man. Round of applause.
I appreciate it, man.
Man, anytime, bro.
My name's Kodak Shawn on Facebook. I went live about it earlier. If anybody want to get further details into it's again with all my ladies, young women and older women, you know, just y'all keep y'all head up, stick together. Like I said, be mindful of your surroundings. You know, like I said, open your eyes, people, because it's bigger than what we think it is. It's way bigger. It's way bigger. It's something going on that we can't put our finger on. But I just pray for everybody, families that's mourning over the deaths over these two women. But my strong belief, I'm going to stand on it. I believe it's more going on. There's more to it than just happening out west, past Chicago. And it's it was attempt and a possible abduction out south. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just happening one side; it's citywide now. You know what I'm saying? Which makes me think these are linked to each other. That it's more than one person. I thank everybody for listening to what I had to say. If anybody, if helped out anybody in any way, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all I could do is just speak on my word or whatever. I thank everybody who's listening, who tuned in, and I really thank you, man, for giving me this opportunity.
Anytime, man. My pleasure, bro. Thank you for coming here on Ethic Talk Radio. Take care of yourself, man. Thanks for being on Ethic Talk Radio.
Same to you. Like I said, I appreciate it, man.
Anytime, man. All right, y'all. There you have it. Ethic Talk Radio. Shout out to my listeners out there that's been listening and tuning in to us here on Ethic Radio. Don't forget to follow us on the Mixcloud app in case you missed this program. Follow us on Instagram at ethic_radio. We greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the listeners that's on here tuning in to us right now. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Much love to y'all. Peace out. We gone. We closing out. You're listening and tuning into
Ethic Radio.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California.